Okay, we are now going to start making what are called orthographic drawings. Otherwise, they're called three-view drawings. So in the bottom part here, there's going to be a front view. Up above, there's going to be a top view. And to the right, there's going to be a right-hand side view. And I have one of my puzzle cubes here in my hand, and I'm going to go through the process of choosing the front view. Now, there are three rules in choosing the front view, and I'll zoom in down on these, and you should probably write these down so that you can use these. The first thing is you want to choose the longest side. So the longest side of the cube is what you want to choose as your front. You also want it to show you the most detail and to have the fewest hidden lines. And in particular, in your front view, you don't want to have any hidden lines. Now, that's not always doable, but most of the time you can kind of figure it out with our puzzle cubes here. Okay, so let's take a look at my cube and decide what is going to be the best front view. So this cube is 3 cubes long this way and 3 cubes long this way. So either that side or this one. I don't think it's going to make a bit of difference. Okay. So we can do that. Now, if I have this side as my front view, when I flip this up like this will be my top view. So I don't have any hidden lines here, and I don't have any hidden lines here, so that's good. And then when I flip to this right-hand side, now it looks like an L, but we have this pair of cubes back here. This is going to give me a hidden line because of this corner right here. So it would give me a hidden line right across here. So that's not too bad. You are going to get hidden lines, just you want to try to minimize them. So let's draw this part out. So I'm going to start with the front view. And what I did is I came in 3 blocks, so 1, 2, 3, and up 1, 2, 3. And this thing is 3 blocks, 3 blocks, and another 3, because this is a 1/4-inch grid here on my paper, and the blocks are 3/4 of an inch, so you have to have 3 blocks for every 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to count over 3, 6, 9, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'll draw this line in here. Okay. Now I'm going to go up 3, 6, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me count that again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's good. Okay. Now I'm going to go over to this end and go up 3. 1, 2, 3. Can't see that in the shade. Okay. And I'm going to come back 6 blocks. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to go up this height here, which should be in 6 blocks also. Okay. And I'll cover the top here. And then I have to put in this line, these 2 lines right here for this cube that's kind of poking out a little bit at me. So that is going to be my front view for this cube. Now, I'm going to go up 3 blocks. Actually, I can go up 4. 1, 2, I'm going to go from the top of this part right here. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to lay down a line on here. This is just a construction line, so it's not very dark. Okay, these are object lines. Object lines are nice and dark. Now, from the corners of this part, I'm going to extend construction lines up, because now I'm not doing the front view now I'm doing the top view, just like that. All right, and we want to keep all of our parts in line with the first view. So this one goes up to here, and this corner comes up here. See, I can barely see that one. And this one's going to come up here. And now I can start to actually create my top view. Okay. So in my top view, I'm going to turn this so that I'm looking at it. From this edge right down here, I'm going to have this as my bottom edge, bottom line right here. And I'm going to start on this side right over here. So I'm going to go up 3, and then I'm going to follow right straight up here and go back another 3. So I'm going to go up a total of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now I'm going to put my object line on here. I don't know if you noticed, but my construction line was not on top of the dotted line. Now I'm going to go over 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go over 3 this way, and then 3 more and 3 more. So I'm going to go a total of 9. And actually, this line will go all the way over to this left-hand construction line. Okay. Now I'm going to come down 3, 2, 3. And I'm going to go in 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's right at this construction line. Okay. Now I'm going to come back down. Oops. This a little easier. And I'll come straight across here to connect those up. Now I have 2 lines I have to draw, one here and here, to show this part, this block up here. Okay, so now that's our top view. The next one I'm going to do is going to be our right hand side view. So this is my front view. Notice how I always refer back to the front view. The right hand side view is just like this. Now to do this, I'm going to take and draw construction lines across, coming from anything that's a corner on this front view. Okay, so those are construction lines. Now I'm going to put in a line here that's very, very important, and it's called a miter line. Now, miter line is a 45-degree angle. And when you have a square cube, going from corner to corner is going to be a 45-degree angle. So I'm going to come from the upper right-hand corner of this drawing right here. And I'm going to draw this 45-degree miter line. Did I do a good job with that? Yes, yes. No. That started to get a little off there. Let's do that one again. Two, 10. Okay, now that's better. Because all I did here was I just counted over 10. So I counted over the 10 and then up 10, and then I drew my line between those 2 points. That gives me my 45 degrees. Now, the use for the miter line, and I've already got this one here, is I'm going to extend from anything that's a corner to the miter line. So that one's there. This one's here. And this one's here. So these are construction lines. Remember, these are nice and light. Now, what I can do with the construction lines is I can bring them down from the intersection of the miter line here, here, and here. Again, these are construction lines, so they're drawn light. Okay. And what that does is that gives me all of these lines coming down here, give me the view that I'm looking for, which is my right-hand view. It tells me where they all are. And I stopped short here with mine, so I'm going to just finish these up. I want to make sure the construction lines go all the way down to the bottom construction line. Okay. Now, let's take a look at this thing. Okay. This is going to look like a big L. But there is going to be one thing added to this. All right. So let's do this. So we know that this is the top of the part. So I'm going to draw my object line right there. And I'm going to show this to you again as best I can. There you go. Now I'm going to come straight down. To my bottom construction line. I'm going to come straight over to that one. Now I'm going to come straight up to this construction line. And I'm going to come straight from here to here. And then I'm going to go straight up. There we go. So that's our right-hand side view, but we are missing one line, and that's the one that's created by this corner right here. And that is going to be what's called a hidden line. And hidden lines are dashed lines. So that hidden line, because that line right there is going to be in this view hidden. It's going to be a dashed line. So it's 1, 2, 3. It's going to be at least 3 lines to make that hidden line right there. Now let's see, is there anything else? Ooh, this corner right here too, because there's a corner right there. So we're going to have another hidden line right here going down this way. Turn this around. So 1, 2, 3. That hidden line is not as nice as the other one. There we go, ish. That was not as good as the first one, but anyways, 3 dashes. So now I can just kind of go through and erase off some of the construction lines just to kind of differentiate between the edge of the part and the object line and the construction lines. So that's how we're going to create a orthographic drawing. Now I do have one more thing I'm going to show you in another drawing, and I'll come back to you in a few minutes with that. Okay, now I have one thing I need to make sure you understand about doing these orthographics. In the prior example, we had a nice hard corner right here to draw our 45-degree angle from. This part doesn't have that. There is no corner up here. So there's our front, there's our top, and this is going to be our side view. So we have to create the miter line coming from the point, and you can see I've got my construction line here and here and here and here. We have to create the miter line coming from, and this is so that we maintain even spacing from this point right here, which is the intersection of this construction line and this construction line right here. So this is, whoops, make it a little bit more distinct for you. There you go. So the miter line is going to come right from this spot. So I counted over 10 and up 10. And I'm going to connect the 2 dots here. Now I can just bring my miter line over, my construction lines, I should say, to the miter line, and then come straight down. This a little better. And now I'll just darken in what I need to here. And then I'll show you pretty much exactly why you need to have and why you need to use that miter line. It's going to give you perfect spacing. Because that's one of the important things is that we got everything spaced out correctly. Okay, so what you'll see is that it's 1, 2, 3, 4 from here, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 from here, and that's the reason why we have to use the miter line and why we have to come from this corner. If I come from this corner over here, I wouldn't have the spacing on this part that I want. Okay, so there you go.